About to Friday Fight Night coming from Dagenham in East London this week. Coming next, the return of one of British boxing's great entertainers.
Jamie Moore's been labelled Britain's most exciting fighter. And anyone who witnessed his brutal war with Matthew Macklin would be sure to agree.
Power from Macklin. On comes Moore again. Oh, this is thrilling and so brutal.
It was the latest in a series of thrilling Lonsdale belt wins by Moore, who was also in a fight of the year against Michael Jones.
What a round this is! Stunning action, and Michael Jones is now in trouble.
But now, having cleared up domestically, the Salford light middleweights looking to conquer the world.
I'm 28. I'm coming off one of the best wins in my career, and had that operation on my shoulder, which was just a little bit of a setback, but nothing much because I'm still got a bit of momentum going. So I think it's going to be a really big year. Yeah.
I think by the end of 2007, you'll see Jamie Moore fighting for a major title, and I do believe it will be for the WBC light middleweight world title.
I feel like I'm ready and ready to be tested anyway. And if I get up there and I fall short, then so be it. But it won't be for want of trying.
So then a welcome return to the ring for Jamie Moore, the man who's given us our fight of the year for the last 2 years. Back in the ring after his epic 10th round knockout of Matthew Macklin, looking to move up to European and world level this year. Takes on Mugurel Sebe, 6 foot tall Romanian, big height and reach advantage over Moore. Tough enough to take most the distance.
Third of 8. Southpaw from Salford. Jamie Moore would have the Lonsdale belt outright. Proudly sits in his home. And the blue of Mugurel Sebe, the Romanian, who's looking to put a dent into Moore somehow. Pressure him if he can. Upset the rhythm of Moore, who boxes well when he's in a rhythm.
Yeah, but I think Moore has to raise the tempo a little bit. He was stalking as opposed to actually pressurising, but this is better. There's that target behind the left elbow again.
Planting his feet too here in the third.
See, this is better. He's raising the tempo. He's using his strength and his power now.
It's caught up between the ropes. Marcus McDonald said stop boxing. In this very round, Jamie Moore was disqualified against Michael Jones in the second of their trilogy. For hitting after break was called. He'll be very careful of that again.
I think you can write a list of what Sebe's doing. It's anything that can keep him in there. The head's coming down, the elbows are up, he's holding and punching at the same time. This is going to be very, very difficult for Jamie Moore to look good against this guy.
Because in the Macklin fight, the Birmingham man was just coming to Moore all the time in that sort of whirling dervish style, putting the pressure, and he was tucking up, wasn't he, and moving around him.
That's right, and he was picking his times when to attack, when to defend. But this is just as awkwardness he has to deal with here. And this fella, again, just jumping on top of him, denying him the room to get any leverage into the shots. Beating this fella is not a problem for Moore. It's looking good at the same time as the big problem. Look at the way he's leeching on to Moore. Just trying to deny him any space to get some. Oh, good shot. That's exactly what was required.
Wonderful shot in the third round from Jamie Moore. Oh, he's slow to his feet. The count's at 8, just about. Marcus McDonald looks into his eyes closely. This the round that Jamie Moore got rid of Vladimir Borovsky.
And Moore just wants to calm down. He's proved he can finish the job with one punch. So just take his time and pick the shot, look for the opportunity, force him to make a mistake.
Bell will go any second now. Jamie Moore has the breakthrough. Well, just when it was starting to look as though it might become uncomfortable for Moore, a touch of class.
Yeah, the problem he's going to have, you know, I think Sebe is going to be even more defensively minded now, because that was a beautiful punch. Solid left-hand shot from the southpaw stance. Crumbled to the floor. Now, pretty quickly, it was looking over to his corner, so he wasn't badly hurt. But I think now that he's felt the full power of Moore, he's going to be even more awkward. So Jamie's going to have to make opportunities, not force them.
Second half, we're in the 11 stone 6 middleweight division. But Jamie Moore just coming in heavy on the night. The British light middleweight champion, and 11 stone is very much his zone. Mugurel Sebe making life tricky and difficult, holding when he can, fiddling his way through. Moore has scored one knockdown. Can he put the punches together and apply the pressure to get rid of the Romanian?
We see a little feint is what's needed. Try to draw some leads, try and force this fellow into making mistakes. But Jamie is just doing pretty much the same thing, just walking after him, just hoping for one of these big bombs to get through. Just a little bit more imagination, just sucker him into something. That's what's required here.
Maybe in a strange way, you've got to hurt Jamie Moore, because that's when he seems to spring to life. Down a couple of times in that third fight with Michael Jones. Came back to floor Jones 3 times and hurt by Macklin at times.
Yeah, but these are both competitive fights, and it's much easier to look good in a competitive fight. That's the problem here. Sebe just wants to survive, and he's making a pretty good job of it. He's very, very awkward.
That's orthodox Jamie Moore. He's picking up the rounds. Probably needs the stimulation of a top-class opponent. Good uppercut, though, from Moore.
I mean, I think now that Sebe has felt the power of Moore, he's even more awkward. Really determined not to give him another chance like that.
European light middleweight champion. We saw recently in Milan, Michele Piccirillo in that really good fight with Michael Jones. Moore's old adversary. Jones doing so well until he was cruelly stopped in the 12th. Maybe Moore would have a better chance against Piccirillo. But I think they want to go down the top American route.
That was a good left hook from Moore. Just needs a little bit more space.
Really digging these shots into the body now of Moore. He really wants to hurt Sebe, dent him and dispirit him. Final round. Unfortunately, we haven't given you a Jamie Moore humdinger as we usually do, but he's well, winning this so easily against Mugurel Sebe. Wife Kaleem, remember, gave birth a couple of weeks ago, so he might have had a few sleepless nights, Jamie, too, in preparation for this.
I just think it's the fact that there's nothing at stake tonight. I mean, they look at the guy's record, they know he's not in Jamie's league. And I think now that it's all said and done, Jamie will probably be a little bit disappointed with his performance, but no need, it's not his fault. A real awkward guy, and getting 8 rounds behind him will do him some good.
And talk of the likes of Nisha Smith, Q Powell, Rodney Jones, maybe one of those Americans. That's what he needs at the moment, isn't it?
Yep, he just needs his career projected that little bit further up to the next level, and I think he's ready for that. I mean, if this was the first time you'd seen Jamie, then you'd be wondering what I was talking about. But this is not the real Jamie Moore that we're used to seeing. He didn't have to show up tonight. He's won every round without that.
He's also down in London. He's pretty passionate about his home area, Jamie Moore. I think that just gives him the extra 20% too. But against a guy like Mugurel Sebe, you've just got to do your own work and get the job done. And to be fair, he's done that. Sebe dropping his hands.
I think he knew Jamie Moore was trying to draw him onto something there, and he thought better of it. He said, I've lasted this long, why hang my chin out now?
Just look down at his cornerman, who I think was giving him a sign that there is very little time left to survive, and then he can go and fight in another 3 weeks, Sebe, somewhere else. Hard to excite, to look really good, Jamie Moore. Not what tonight's about, just a tool sharpener. Keep on target for the big fights. And, well, have an easier night's work than he normally does.
I think it also reminds you, if you're going to get into the ring, even at 8-round level, you have to be in the best of shape, because this has been fairly rugged. It's been a pace all the way through. Jimmy's had to force things, he's had to work hard to keep himself on top. So, all in all, a good night's work when it's over.
8 rounds out of 8, had the knockdown and the point off for holding. Surely a massive on the card win for Jamie Moore, and a smile for him and the Harrison camp. Success rate, well, phenomenal there over 8 rounds. Jamie Moore goes on, and we hope for a world-class opponent next time, where we will learn a little bit more.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee's scorecard at the end of 8 rounds. Mugurel Sebe, 70 points. Jamie Moore, 80 points. The winner, Jamie Moore.
What's next for Jamie?
April the 13th, we're trying to make a fight with a top-ranked WBC fighter, second pal. We're in negotiations now, and hopefully we'll have that concluded in the next 48 hours.
Jamie, do you look forward to fighting someone like Sebe.MW, the guy from New York?
Definitely. I mean, these are the fights what I've been calling out for the last 12 or 18 months, and you know, like I've been saying, this is what I need now. I've proved myself at British level. I need to move on. The European title's not an availability at the moment. If it does come up, then I'm sure Frank will do his best to make the fight. But you know, I'm moving on to the world team now, and like I've said, I'll either sink or swim. And you know, fingers crossed I'll swim, and hopefully everyone can get behind me and support me along the way.
Big plans for the year ahead for Jamie Moore. Is he going to be fine moving up to this world level?
Yeah, I think so. We saw Sebe.MW a couple of weeks ago on Sky, boxing well in America. He's a short, stocky, classy fighter, but I think that Jamie Moore, with that motivation, he's such a quality fighter with power too, that I think he can do it.